Greetings, it's Iain from RTO. Welcome to the round of 16 review of Battle Royale. Normally we have Dave, but as you all know, Dave has had an operation this week, so he's on some R&R. So we got the substitute off the bench, and it's Mike.
That's right, yeah. I'm super sub today, yeah.
Super sub. Thank you very much for stepping into the breach. And
that's all right.
To Dave, I'm sure, and Dave really appreciates it as well. I'm sure he'll watch this anyway.
Yeah. Well, best of luck, Dave.
Anyway, we're going to go through what has been an eventful round of 16, to say the least. So we're going to go through each tie. I'm going to actually tell you how I would have voted, and Mike is actually going to tell you how he voted.
Yep.
Yes. So this is the first time ever that he's actually admitted to who he's voted for in this competition.
Yeah.
So we'll bring up the list of things. So there we go. That was our list of songs. So going back to that first tie, we had On a Storyteller's Night Magnum against You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet, Bankman Turner Overdrive. Now, I was surprised that Magnum made it through to this part of the round because it knocked out Grand Funk Railroad and Wet Willie.
Yeah.
Now, I thought Grand Funk Railroad would have got through.
I think so. I think so as well. Yeah. But, it was there. I mean, to tell you the truth, I didn't even know that Magnum song. I had to listen to it, find out, what I was voting for or what I wasn't voting for. But in the end, I went with what I knew, and it was, Smashy and Nice's favourite song, which was You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet.
Yeah, now, I love both songs, but as I am a huge Magnum fan, and it's off my favourite Magnum album, which is the same self-titled, I went for Magnum.
Yeah.
On that run. But in the end, it was a massive win for BOT, 5-15. So that was our first quarter finalist. Now,
yeah.
One. This was a shock.
Yeah.
We've got the Jams Going Underground against Bizarre Love Triangle, New Order. Yeah. What a shock.
It was. Now, I mean, Going Underground is not my favourite Jam single, but it's good. I bought it at the time. I think it's a great song, and I voted for it. Bizarre Love Triangle, I don't think would get in my top 50 of New Order songs, quite honestly. I was really, really surprised about this one.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, Kaz Clem, but I'm not a big fan of that song either.
Yeah.
It
there it is.
Top 50.
Yeah. So that was a bit of a shock, wasn't it? I thought Jam would have had that easily.
Yeah, but this is the vote of the people, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
So we moved on to tie 3. Again, 2 great songs. Ashes to Ashes, David Bowie, and That's Entertainment, The Jam. Now, that Jam record wasn't an official release. It was an import release, wasn't it?
That's right, yeah. But nevertheless, again, That's Entertainment, one of my favourite Jam Jam songs, I should say, yeah. And yeah, I wouldn't say I was surprised. I'm surprised at the the fact that it was 11-4 to David Bowie. I actually voted for Ashes to Ashes because I just think it's a fantastic song. One of Bowie's last really great singles. Before, from my opinion, before he went off on a track that I didn't want to follow him anymore, down that pathway, that he was following at the time. But Ashes to Ashes, absolutely brilliant, brilliant single.
Yeah, I would have got
Entertainment, only 4 votes. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have gone with that one.
Yeah.
So now we move on to the controversial one of the controversial ones. It
Yes.
was Midnight Trying to Georgia, Gladys Knight and the Pip, My Generation, The Who. Now, thank you to Charles White, one of my subscribers, found out that he could vote more than once. So Dave investigated this and contacted Straw Poll, and it was a glitch in the system. So they thanked Dave for that, and that's why now when you vote, you don't get no ads, because Dave was upgraded to premium for his sterling work, and they took off all the. They could actually take off the ones where people had voted more, but it still was a huge win for Gladys Knight and the Pips, Midnight Train to Georgia. I would have voted for the Who.
Yeah, I voted for Gladys Knight. Again, it's one of my favourite singles. It's really, it's really got something. I think it's an absolute classic. It defines that sort of era, really. I think, of sort of American music, and yeah. But then again, my generation. I mean, what do you say about that? Again, defined as sort of like a moment in time, really, didn't it? That sort of mid-60s period, with the Who. But yeah, I voted for Gladys Knight and the Pips. But I think against just about anything else, I probably would have voted for My Generation.
Yeah. Do you think that Midnight Train to Georgia is this year's dark horse?
I don't know. I think it might be. I think I mean, looking at what the voting here, that yeah, depends
Who he gets in the
they're up
quarterfinals?
against in the next round. But yeah, could well be. Yeah.
Which moved swiftly on to the next tie, which was Imagine John Lennon and Another New Order, but this time Blue Monday. Again, two different eras, but two quite poignant songs in music history.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I mean, it's quite a difficult one, but I think Imagine sort of suffers really from being sort of overplayed. I think, for my part, I'm so sort of familiar with it, over familiar with it, that it's kind of difficult to listen to now. I don't get out of my way to sort of listen to it. I think Lennon has done sort of better songs, during his sort of solo career. But Blue Monday, again, fantastic. Probably one of the first 12-inch singles that I bought was Blue Monday. And, coming off the back of, the sad demise of Joy Division, yeah, it's a fantastic song, and I voted for Blue Monday.
yeah, I would have gone with Blue Monday. Like you, I think if I never hear Imagine again, I wouldn't get upset because it is overplayed.
Yeah.
I mean, I think one of the best bits, when the Imagine's played, is actually at the end of the Killing Fields. That was perfect. That was absolutely perfect, and there was not a dry eye in the house, because I went to see that we all went to see it at the cinema because it was my Goldfield, and we didn't expect that at the end, and there was a few red-eyed guys coming out of that cinema. It was so brilliant. But New Order, it was a revolutionary song, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, absolutely, and I think it deserves to go through.
Yeah, it was when we got that at our youth club. It was the first 12-inch single that the youth club we brought, and it got played, asked for all the time, because I used to put all the music on, of course. It was so popular in my youth club. Yeah. Okay, and we go to the last one, which was only closed last night, and it was Black Knight, Deep Purple, and Won't Get Fooled Again, The Who.
Yeah,
Single
yeah,
version, not the album version.
right. Well, yeah. I voted for the Who. Um, I think Black Knight is a, it's a great single, and I do like Deep Purple. Particularly some of their sort of earlier stuff. But you know, won't get fooled again. It's an absolute classic, and it was a no-brainer for me. I had to vote for the Who.
Well, I would have gone with my beloved Deep Purple.
Of course you would.
I love the album version of it, but I don't think it should have been released as a single. Personally, they hacked it to bits, and it just didn't have that natural flow. But it is a great song.
Yeah.
And it deserved its win. Now, the thing about this one, it is from our youngest entry this year. He's a young lad up in Scotland, the Rock Beast is. So it's brilliant that a lad of the young generation have picked this song and has marched through to the quarterfinals. So that's great stuff, Rock Beast.
Yeah, well done. Well done.
Okay, now, as you can see, we've got two songs have gone for a bye. Now, I think everybody knows what happened here, but there was a certain gentleman who thought it was a good idea to go on a live stream and basically give me a bashing and said how bad the competition was. Now, let's put it into something that we all understand. If you was, say, Manchester City, and you got through to the final of the FA Cup, and Pep told them that the competition is a waste of time, what do you think would have happened? He'd have been heavily fined and etc. But we don't do heavily fines. We just do rightly disqualified. You can't be in a competition that you can't. You said it was terrible, so why enter? So Dave and I just made the decision to put the other two through as a bye. Now, the thing is, when it came to that tie against the Who, I'd have actually voted for Rise, because Substitute is not one of my favourite songs by the Who.
Right. I think I would have been the same. I do love Substitute. I think it is one of my favourite Who singles. But Rise has just got something. There's just something absolutely sort of iconic about it, and it's a video as well. With John being his sort of his manic sort of best, really. And absolutely, what he's singing about, and it sounds absolutely convincing. And yeah, Rise is possibly my favourite Public Image Limited single.
Yeah, I don't think
Flowers of Romance. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would have gone through.
Yeah.
In all honesty, it's a shame, but that's it. Now we've got to be careful what we say with this next one, don't we?
Maybe, yeah. Maybe we do. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What would I have voted if this would have been a tie? Now I'll be in Nick's good books because I would have gone with Cars. Absolutely.
Wow.
Track. I like the Joy Division, Love Will Tear Us Apart, but at times it's one of them that's overplayed again, and it does get a little bit. I know it's how it's played, but you listen to Cars and it's got more of a upbeat lift. So I would have gone with Cars.
Yeah. Sorry, Nick. It's Joy Division for me, but they're both quite sort of revolutionary sort of singles. I think Cars, I mean, the stuff that Gary Newman was doing, at that time, was kind of quite revolutionary, really, wasn't it? The way he was using sort of electronic music, and it's a fantastic single.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's a Gary Newman single. Basically, it's Tubeway Army.
Yeah,
You know, they were the same musicians. They played on them first 4 or 5 albums, didn't they? You know, it just
that's right. That's right. But it's that early stuff. It was quite sort of captivating, and I think I can remember. You know, probably the first time I saw Gary Newman was on Top of the Pops with Tubeway Army doing, you know, Our Friends Electric, and there was just something about him. He was just new and fresh.
Yeah,
and it's fantastic. But Love Will Tear Us Apart. It's a fantastic tune. It's been, you know, it's a tune that's been covered so many times. I've probably got about 5 or 6 different cover versions of Love Will Tear Us Apart. And you know, but this one, you know, the original, there's something about it, and I think that for me, Love Will Tear Us Apart is a sort of, you know, it's a poignant sort of song, isn't it? You know, after what happened to you know, Ian Curtis, you know. So yeah, I've my vote would have gone with Joy Division. Sorry, Nick.
You might get some stick tonight.
All right, yeah.
Well, there we go.
I heard anyway, Ian, that you can't get copies of the car single anymore. There's some geezer that buys them all up.
Yeah, it's become rare, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's end of round of 16. So let's take that out and make it. So that we've got the quarterfinal draw, which will take place this week, and the person doing the draw is our last year's winner, Simon. But we won't publish it till next Thursday. But we're going to do it in the week sometime. So, because the way we're doing it that way, it's because of Simon's work pattern. You know, it's got to be down round to Simon on this and not me. So, that's it. So, thank you very much, Mike, for thing. And there's my phone going off. Never mind.
It was a pleasure. And you know,
so,
best
wishes to tonight. Yes, we are doing family tonight. I've actually been able to get down and get to me songs.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll see you all tonight. We'll both see you tonight. So take care, everyone. Bye.
Guys. Bye-bye.